What's up everybody? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about a big leak out of DJI that tells us about a new drone, about a new type of drone that we've never seen from them before. We're gonna be talking about the DJI Flip. All right, everybody, I'm Joe. This is my channel, Joseph Blake Photography, where we talk about tech and news and gear and tips and tricks and all the things that we use to create content, whether it's here on YouTube or elsewhere in social media. If that's the type of thing that you're into, I'd appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. If at the end of the video you thought that this was helpful, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Social media links all down below, as well as a list of all the gear that I use. But that's enough about me and the channel. Let's talk about this new drone. So I feel like DJI is continuing to just kind of diversify and spread its wings into all these new markets. But now it looks like it's also diversifying a little bit in a market that it's already in. We've got foldable drones, right? The Mavic, the Air, those fold up. The Mini, and then we have the Avata and we have the Neo, which don't really fold up. The Neo folds really well if you just crash it into the ground like a lot of people have. But DJI has just been pushing and pushing into new and different and innovative product categories. And now we have this leaked information from Jasper Ellis on X. But now we have this leaked information from Jasper Ellis over on X. He's X27. I'll go ahead and link his profile down below. But he's got a friend that sent him some details on this new drone. This looks very legit. We've seen not only images, we've seen marketing, we've seen instructional videos, and it looks like we've seen some parts. So if I were to characterize this thing, I would say that the top half kind of looks somewhat like the Neo, maybe a little more like the Spark. And then it's got these big fan blade propellers on it. And that is really, really important for a couple of reasons. Number one, this body is very small and the battery just clicks right onto it, as you can see in this demonstration video. And on the front, you see this panel, and that's where I get, real Spark vibes out of this, because that's where the Spark had its obstacle avoidance sensor. But what it actually looks like is that they're gonna be putting LiDAR in this. Now, we just saw LiDAR out of the Air 3S that allows it to do exceptional avoidance and do full 360, especially at night. And I think that that's definitely something that we're going to be seeing more and more of. I've said this before, as the processing capability of these devices go from mirrorless cameras to action cameras to drones, which are just flying cameras in most cases, AI chips and the improvement in machine learning just allows us to fly in more complicated, high dynamic scene environments. And with the power of AI denoising and AI management, you can get better images and better quality video while still being in these very dark environments. So you slap LiDAR on there and boom, you are good in the dark. The other really interesting thing about this drone is the fact that its propellers are inside of the guards. Now that's not super unlike what we have on the Neo, except that these guards look specially designed to be super lightweight. Now the Neo's guards are pretty thick, right? Because the propellers are quite small. But this is how they are continuing to propel that lightweight design. Now we don't have a ton on this camera specs wise. The images look like it's a single camera system. Jasper seems to indicate that this will have OcuSync 4. And for folks who have actually held on to the propeller guards, they feel carbon fiber, again, to perpetuate that super lightweight design. But because of the size of these propellers and kind of how far they come out from the main body, what we can see is that they actually fold up vertically, which then allows the whole thing to kind of line up as sort of like a little puck that you could potentially pocket. Because again, this thing looks super small, which might indicate that it's might be released as a replacement for the Mini series. Maybe this is the next iteration of the Mini, or somewhere between the Mini and the Neo. Honestly, I think DJI is just kind of throwing stuff at the wall right now, design-wise. But if it works, it works. And if people want it, then give it to them, right? And that's one thing actually that I've always appreciated about DJI, is that they're not afraid to try stuff, and they've never been afraid to cannibalize their own market with new innovations. And so with the Neo at like $200, maybe this thing is even going to be positioned lower than that to kind of combat some of the inexpensive toy drones that we can buy on Amazon all day long. I've had them sent to me to review. None of them work out of the box. They're all really terrible. And maybe DJI is just trying to say, hey, we can make something that's decent, that's inexpensive here. But also, pretty obviously, with the kind of, folding capability, that it's going to be competing again against the Hover Air. So maybe we'll see kind of a similar hands-free phone-free, controller-free design. Although with OcuSync 4, obviously then it would be compatible with remote controls, with the FPV controller, with the headset, right? So I think, again, DJI is releasing a lot of products that can interconnect together, but you don't necessarily have to have everything. You can just use it as a palm launch device. We'll see. I am really interested to see what this becomes, and I'm hoping that it's not just a random prototype that we never actually see anything from, because it almost has that feel, right? Anyway, that's it about the DJI Flip. I'm excited to see what this becomes. Don't forget about my Instagram giveaway. I get sent gear all the time to review. I don't have a need for most of it, to be quite honest, and I'm gonna give it away to you. So if you follow this link up here to my short, there's a link down below as well, telling you how to get into that giveaway. Go to that short, watch it, go to my Instagram, follow me, like all my posts there, and then come back to the short and comment, and you will be entered to win a drawing once I hit 1,000 followers over on Instagram, and I will reach out to you and say, hey, this is what I've got. Let's go shopping. And you can shop in my gear vault. But check out that video for all the details. All my other social media links are down below, as well as a list of all the gear that I use. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if this was informative, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. But that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.